Having my own label, ID Records, always gave me the outlet to reach the underground audience with new ideas that were outside the realm of what I was doing commercially on the major labels from Michael Jackson, Prince, and other superstar artists. It also allowed us to let the DJs and the club goers decide what music was really good music instead of depending on the music executives to make that decision for us. The great ID Records songwriting duo of Eric E-Smoove Miller and Jere McAllister, who were also co-writers with Shantae Savage on my production of We Gotta Love Thing for CeCe Peniston and many other tunes, had a demo that they had written called Are You Gonna Be There? It was perfect for one of the ID artists, Shay Jones. Jones grew up in a musical family in Cincinnati and moved to Chicago in 1972. She's also an avid painter and a published author. Shay says that the only thing that motivated her to move to Chicago was wanting to perform. She wanted to sing, she wanted to act, she wanted to dance, and all those things she does very well. Shay performed and wrote with many bands in Chicago, including Ministry with Al Jorgensen, Hotel Carlos, Nicholas Tremulous Band, and Panama, in which she shared the stage with fellow diva and Chicago house hitmaker Sean Christopher, among countless other talented singers and musicians. Jones has also worked with REO Speedwagon, keyboardist Patrick Moraz, and jazz pianist Frank Caruso. And she's written lyrics for Chicago's house music legend Joe Smooth and many others. What many people don't know is that Shay is the cousin of Jeffrey Osborne, the lead singer of the group LTD. I guess it runs in the family because Shay has one of the purest vocal tones I've ever heard. But not only is she talented, she's a pleasure to work with in the studio. For the original production of Are You Gonna Be There, E-Smoove and I recorded Shay's lead vocals and background vocals on 3 of Chicago's best session singers, which just happened to be Diane Madison, Mae Cohen, and Shay Jones herself. After mixing down the original version with our legendary engineer Larry Sturm, Maurice Joshua, E-Smoove, and I each went into our individual labs at the ID Studios to do our house remixes at a higher tempo. On my house remix, my intent was to make you feel every lyric that Shay was singing. I spent hours on the piano trying to come up with a simple chord progression that would stir your soul, but still be repetitive enough to be hypnotic. I wanted to leave room for the song to breathe and for the house music feeling to shine through. Even over the landscape of pianos, strings, organs, bass, and house rhythms that would normally swallow up a singer's vocals, Shay's voice actually stands out and shines through on all the versions. With a package of remixes by Mo, E, and myself as usual, this is one of my favorite ID 12 inches that we've re-released digitally through S&S Records. Shay says she puts a lot of emotion in her songs and that it's like a performance, it's like a play. You have to feel what you're performing or people aren't going to believe you. And me, I really put my heart and soul in this remix. So it's one of my favorite production/remix projects because people all over the world have told me for years that they really felt what we put into it. I'm Steve Silk Hurley of S&S Chicago.